All right, Taurus, welcome back to the channel. I don't know why I want to say tourist. Somebody traveling, y'all on vacation out there? Somebody planning a vacation, Taurus? Huh? If so, that's what's up. That's living. All right. Welcome in, guys. Thank you for tuning in. If it's your first time tuning in, welcome. All right. And if you're tuning back in, welcome back. Okay? Taurus energy. Only take what resonates with your Taurus and leave the rest. Alright? Even this part, because we always do the declare and decree first. Alright? To make sure we're clearing out any negative energies. Any unwanted negative energies, that is. So that'll be the first thing we do, okay? Again, if you're new here, welcome in. This is a ritual I do on my channel. Okay? So this is new to you. If you're tuning in and you've never been here before, hope all is well. Okay? With everybody. And thank you for your support, okay? Taurus energy. Let's see what we have for you, Taurus. All right, so we have all unhealthy relationships, friendships, and associations are cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. You would write that down and you would burn it. If you're new here, this is a part of the ritual. You actually write it down. That's setting intention to clear those negative energies, okay? Of unhealthy friendships, relationships, any connections that's not good for you, okay? All internal fear of my divine power is now destroyed from my energy in spirit and in flesh. You would write that down and you would burn it, okay? Now, again, if that part is not significant for you, okay, then bypass it. It's not for you, don't worry about it. For those who it would be for, you will hear the words, you will understand what's being said, you would put the action in, okay? This is action oriented. This is the type of ritual that's action oriented. You must write this down. Set the intention to release those negative energies from your space, from your life, from your mindset, from your emotions, whatever it is for you. Release it, set fire to it, okay? So Taurus energy, any divine power that you have, all internal fears of your divine power will be destroyed. Any unhealthy relationships, any unhealthy connections you have will also be cleared from your energy, right? I would want that cleared from my energy. Okay? Past, present, future energies, Taurus. Energies are fluid. Time is fluid. Okay? Only take what resonates with you. Leave the rest. Picking up a very motherly energy. Very motherly energy. Taurus energy. Okay? Hope everyone is doing well. Alright? Someone here may need to be it could be a warning. Don't take it as a warning. I don't know how you want to take it. However it resonates for you, someone could be receiving some negative communication or, some kind of toxic communication, possibly. It's low vibrational, whatever it is. Okay? Some negative energy picking up here. Alright. You could be wanting to give up on something at this time, and you're pressing forward, like you're determined to get something done, or you're determined to wait something out, or you're determined to see the results of something here, but you could be a little exhausted waiting. But very determined. Okay, Taurus energy, Taurus energy. You have the Chariot, Temperance, Ten of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Nine of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Empress energy. I told you I was picking up a motherly energy, Empress energy. Okay. Yeah, bottom of the deck is the Nine of Wands. it's something you either don't want to give up on, but you know it's time to give up on it, or you know it's time to release it or let it go. Okay? But there's fast movement here. This is in the past energy, but there was fast movement. Like literally, someone could have literally moved house. Someone could have literally moved and traveled to move, like moving away from one city to another, or leaving a hometown to travel and move to another town somewhere. Maybe you've been around for many, many years. Maybe you've gotten tired of that environment, or maybe it reminds you of your past. You need to leave that environment, but somebody's doing some traveling here, or some moving, movement, fast movement here. Things happening quickly, but this is past energy, okay? See, this is the Knight of Wands, so it's like you took action and made a move. That was some kind of action you made a move on here. We're finna see. We have the Emperor coming out, Four of Swords, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles. The High Priestess here, Page of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Yeah, see, it's like you were waiting on something. Then you have the Hierophant. Someone here could have went through a divorce, or you're thinking about a divorce, or maybe it's something you may want to free yourself from a marriage, and you may be trying to actually work your way into an energy of being single. Someone here is wanting to be single, or you are single, or it's like you're yeah, it's like you are wanting to come out of you, or you have left some type of commitment relationship. You have left. I feel like you've left. You're gone. Whoever this is resonating with, you've already made the move. And it may have taken you a long time to decide this, but you knew it was something you needed to take action on with the High Priestess and this Knight of Wands. You knew you needed to take action on that for whatever reason. I don't know about that part. Only you guys know. Whatever the reason was that you needed to take action and make this move, this is what you did. Some of you could have, like I said, yeah, it's like you came from a relationship situation, like a commitment with the Hierophant and the High Priestess being here. And then you have the Empress and the High Priestess. So I feel like someone has left a marriage, or that's what you would like to do. You want to free yourself from a marriage. We have the Four of Swords here. That's healing, temperance. You having faith and hope in being able to make this move, knowing it would bring about a lot of changes, possibly even changes unexpected that you're not really ready for. Maybe you are trying to prepare to make those changes, and you have to be mindful of how you move, how you make your moves. You're it's like planning. There's planning here to make a move. And it's like you're coming away from, I feel, maybe you've taken some type of, I feel like a stand for yourself. This is a commitment. This is a real family structure here. With the Ten of Cups being here, this is a real family structure that you were in your head about. Somebody was in their head about this. Okay, Taurus. With the Nine of Swords being here, somebody was dealing with some anxiety and having sleepless nights, trying to figure out how to go by doing this. But whatever you're doing, you want to take small steps with the Knight of Pentacles. And also, you could have been also coming away from someone, or moving away from someone who is, of course, only given the bare minimum in the relationship in the first place. Looks like this is something you had to heal from with the Four of Swords and Temperance being here. Something you had to be patient to move away from. And this family dynamic wasn't built on solid ground. That's how I feel. Taurus energy. You're showing up here in Empress. That's Taurus and Libra energy and the Empress energy here. This is something you may have tried to hold together for quite some time before choosing to actually leave. Some of you could have also been wanting to travel and I guess like do your own thing is what I'm picking up with the Three of Wands here. Because that's like focusing on your future. They're seeing where you want to go. Like you're already visualizing a whole nother direction of life with the Three of Wands. This is an energy of waiting. This is also an energy of receiving. That's why I say someone could receive some communication, and that communication may not be so pleasant, but it's like it's going to set the stage for you to make a move. Okay? Maybe it's giving you what you need in order to make a decision, but I feel like the decision has already been made with the Four of Swords, Five of Swords. It may have been an energy of manipulation, or you were dealing with relationship to where you were always placed in competition or placed in a bad situation. Okay, your mental space was mostly, and your mental space was probably off a lot. And so you've been visualizing doing something different, leaving a commitment, becoming single, new life, new beginnings for yourself is how I feel. Something that you want to do for yourself. Some of you have been wanting to travel. Is like instead of traveling and seeing the world and actually doing what you wanted to do in this commitment, you ended up, maybe I guess you could say sacrificing what you wanted for what everybody else wanted or whatever it took to keep this commitment going. But you're not doing that anymore with the Three of Wands. Okay, it's like you're gonna do right by yourself by choosing to go in another direction with the Three of Wands. Okay, and you could have just been waiting for the moment you needed to, I don't know, plan, put money back, whatever it was you needed to do with this Three of Wands energy. You were waiting. Okay. But see, this is showing up together with the Ten of Cups and the Five of Swords. So we talking, maybe you were dealing with someone who was a self-sabotager when it came to the relationship. They didn't pack fair. They didn't give what they were supposed to give. They didn't do their part. Had you worried and full of anxiety and trying to figure things out because maybe they were doing the bare minimum. I don't know. Maybe they were just someone who, they didn't put you first. Okay. You could have been dealing with someone who didn't mind betraying you, lying to you. You couldn't trust them. All right? This is the family setting here. Someone who did not believe in the equal give and take. And maybe you woke up to a point with this High Priestess energy Taurus. Maybe you woke up to a point, maybe you went through some spiritual awakenings to where you said, this is not a relationship to where it's fulfilling anymore. It's not giving you what you need. Okay, as far as being treated equally, and maybe you started to see yourself, hey, I'm unequally yoked with this person. This is the very definition of unequally yoked. And this is something that you may have gotten tired of dealing with, okay, with that Nine of Swords energy. But you're dealing with, of course, you may have always felt defeated in a relationship as well. Like you couldn't get your point across, or you wasn't heard or seen enough or understood or whatever, because we could be in relationships and yet feel like we're all by ourselves. We're doing it all on our own, right? You could be in a relationship and still get those emotions, still get that type of energy because that's how you're being treated with someone not equally yoked to you and giving you the bare minimum. So maybe you decided, look, I'm going to step up to my, for myself, step to the plate. Cancer energy, I'm going to move around. Aries energy here with the Emperor, but this could just be you, Taurus, taking your power back or standing up for yourself or taking control back or, in some ways or many ways. You could be taking some kind of control back, standing up for yourself, being the leader in your own life, or wanting to lead your own life, knowing you may need to heal from some things. You could have dealt with heartbreak concerning this person. You could have dealt with a lot of manipulation and competition. You could have dealt with disrespect as well with this person. It just depends on everybody's situation. Is going to be different. But I feel like you realize you were unequally yoked with this person. And this person, you felt like maybe y'all could have a very solid foundation. Maybe that's the way it started out. Maybe that's the way it's been. Maybe because you've been holding it together. I don't know. Maybe, it's you that had to always balance out the scales without this person's help. Even though they were there, they weren't there. And so it's like you're just stepping up and saying, you know who you are, Empress energy, male or female, but you also would like to exit this commitment, and you want to really, step outside. Somebody wants to step outside of the traditional way of doing things, being involved with someone who doesn't have your back, doesn't make you feel like you're acknowledged or considered, or, they don't uplift you in any way, or, you're just basically in the commitment all on your own. So you don't want to feel that way, right? So it's like the hell with the tradition of it, because that's what this card is about too, tradition, right? And conditioning as well, concerning olden times, but it's a lot of changes too, because this is number 5 on this card. So this means a lot of changes. And that's why I say somebody probably got a divorce. Someone is probably, releasing themselves and setting themselves free here. And you're in this Emperor's energy, wanting to be free, wanting to be single. Because you got the 4 of Pentacles is here, the 5 of Pentacles is here. That's 9 Pentacles, okay? Someone who may want you to feel left out, defeated, or someone that may have held back. They just did not treat you fairly. Or you may feel like you have lost a lot. Time, money, investments with this person, dealing with this relationship, okay? And you may have begun to hold back on this person, or you will. You're totally just done with the situation altogether. You could be dealing with another earth sign yourself, or you could be also dealing with the water sign. That's possible here too. But whatever this dynamic was, it's like you begin to see differently. With the High Priestess being here, yeah, you begin to see this a whole lot differently. And it's like you may have even felt like, hey, well, I wonder would I be able to do this on my own? And the answer is yes, because you're in an energy of expanding. Whatever you're doing, whatever it is that you're developing for yourself. Some of you could be trying to start a business, or you already have a business. Somebody out there could even be retired, or you could just be in a position where you're just growing spiritually. You're growing, right? And you could be, like I said, you could be nurturing something that has to do with anything online. You could be running any kind of business. It don't have to be online. It could be anything. You could be running a daycare. You could be, starting some type of business of your own. It doesn't matter what it is. Opening up a shop or whatever. But you're going to be able to do things on your own in this energy. But it's an energy of expansion, connecting with new people, connecting with people of like mindset, So some of you are getting out of a commitment that I guess has been long overdue, and I don't see you having a problem letting it go at this point. I just see that if you don't let this go, it wouldn't be good to hold on to it for whoever needs to hear this. With this 5 of Pentacles and this 4 of Pentacles energy, like I say, you could have experienced lack in this relationship, in this situation. You could have experienced a lot of lack, worry, financial about financial situations, things where money may have not been enough. Maybe that's something you got tired of, dealing with someone who wasn't honest about, their spending or overspending or whatever. What I do notice out here, Taurus, is There's not much cups out here. No cups here. There's 10 cups. That's it. But that 10 cups is surrounded with these 5 swords. So that cancels that out. Okay? Or this wouldn't be something that you're holding back from and releasing and going in another direction from, because you're talking about the 3 of Wands. So that consists of the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is choosing a whole nother path of life, a whole nother direction. So you're beyond that point. You're in the 3, right? And that 3 of Wands that's reaching out for something totally different, seeing your ships coming in elsewhere. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not going to deal with the manipulation anymore. No more lies. I've been in this however long. Some people have been in situations longer than others. Okay, so take it how it resonates for you. But this is an energy of expansion. And you will meet a lot of other people that are on your level. You will be able to encounter people who are very generous towards you as well, because you've been generous, obviously. Okay, so whatever lack mindset or mentality you dealt with in this situation, whoever just didn't want to do their part, that's what I feel like you're leaving behind. Because with the 9 of Swords, then you have the 3 of Swords, no, the 4 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. That's more than just betrayal, ending, because this basically has been over a long time ago. This been over. Someone here has just been trying to hold this together. That's what it looks like. And finally, you're deciding to release this. With this 3 of Wands energy, you're releasing this. Okay? And creating something totally different for your life. That's how I feel with that Empress energy. That is creating. That's planning. That's rebirth. Okay? That's starting anew. That's new beginnings as well. And it's a whole lot of abundance to come with that. So you may be trying to figure, is that something I can do? There's not a lot of cups here. So there wasn't much love here. Like the love was probably gone in this situation, but you're holding it together for whatever reasons. Okay? But I can say you've done healing. You've overcome a lot. You've done healing, and someone is envious of the healing that you have done. Someone is envious of the position you are in right now, because you've taken the time to heal yourself. But you've healed of the 3 of Swords energy. You've also healed the energy of defeat. And someone here is also healed of past traumas too, to do with childhood. Someone is healed from that also. And you're determined to move forward. You're determined to have a better life. You're determined to have a better future besides what you've experienced, besides this relationship. Some of y'all are going to you want to be single. That's the direction you're heading in, is being single. This 5 of Pentacles and 4 of Pentacles, I feel like that's energy that you would be I feel like you're going to be transmuting that energy, and you'll be using that energy to nurture yourself. And I feel you'll be using that 5 of this energy here of being left out in the cold and all that. You're not going to sit in that. Holding on to something that no longer works, you're not going to sit in that. You're going to use this energy and you're going to transmute that energy. That energy is going to help you transform and change your life. 3 of Wands. It's going to help you to change your life. Empress energy, abundance, material gain, financial gain. And that's basically the number 9. 5 and 4 is 9. That's 9 of Pentacles energy. That's the energy you're headed towards. The 9 of Pentacles. Being single. Being nurturing to yourself, to your life, things around you, people around you, being nurturing to you. An energy of celibacy is here, and also an energy of generosity. Okay? Yeah, Queen of Wands. That's taking action. That's even more action, Taurus. Okay? Very action oriented, moving forward. Some of you, this used to be a burden to think of leaving the situation, but not anymore. See, you're going to be traveling and going places and doing things differently. Something that's been over and done with, finally you're releasing it and letting that go. That's going to open up doors for you to expand. World. Some of y'all, again, there's businesses that you're starting to open up or develop for yourself. It's something like a side hustle. You're doing something for yourself that's going to develop. But it's going to need you, of course, to attend to it for it to develop, right? So that's nurturing, Empress energy, balancing things out, right? Knowing who to connect with, who not to connect with, 3 of Wands energy. You're connecting with the right people, the right mindset, right? People that can get you to where it is you're trying to go. There's success and happiness. That's the next card, right? And then some of you could be with child. Some of you could be pregnant, or you could just be pregnant with ideas. Take it how it resonates. But the world is here. The success card is here. Somebody has a child. Somebody could be pregnant with a son. Okay? But you are divine. It's like you're being divinely guided to move on. Because within all these swords, there's a 6 of swords as well. That's an energy of moving on. Okay? Yeah, you're definitely walking away from somebody. Yeah, I mentioned that. See, this is something that was very burdensome. With you trying to decide what you wanted to do with the four of swords energy, it was very burdensome. But you had to see things. I feel like you saw things differently. You knew it was going to bring about a lot of change, but you was up for that change. Because it's change that you've been really wanting. Maybe you hadn't spoke about it, you know. And maybe you're speaking up about it now. Yeah, you're in your happy moment, like 9 of Cups. You're very happy and content. You will be very happy and content on your own. And you will also very happy to be set free from this situation. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles, long time coming. It's an energy of it's been a long time coming. It took a very long time for you to get up the nerve to whoever this is resonating with. This took a while. But you're headed towards something very solid and promising. I feel like it's longevity. Some of you is legacy. Some of y'all are doing a side hustle. The side hustle is going to be very prosperous. With that sun card showing up, that side hustle is going to be very prosperous. Whatever you're doing, whatever building you go get, whatever loan you apply for, whatever shop you decide to open up, whatever it is you like to do, however it is, whether you do something concerning cars, whether you do hair, whether you put clothes together, or you design clothes, design shoes, you done came up with some other design, maybe you design some kind of hats or something like that. I don't know. It could be anything. With the world being here, it could be anything. But whatever it is, it's taking you in a very solid direction. It will be a solid foundation. And if the 9 of Pentacles energy is something that's going to make you feel happy and free and content, I feel like that's exactly where you're headed with the 9 of Cups. That's your wish fulfillment. That's your wish granted. To have left this situation and gotten out of this situation. For a lot of you, you may have felt like you've finally been set free. Okay? Tell you how it resonates for you. King of Pentacles energy. Okay? Taurus energy. Yeah, you tried to work this out for a very long time. Some of you have children with this person that you're coming away from. You could be coming away from an air sign. You could be coming away from a water sign. Okay? Take it how it resonates. Some of you, it's a like earth sign like yourself. All right? And somebody is, yeah, I told you, 10 of Swords, I told you. There's been a lot of betrayal here. Someone may have stepped out and made a whole nother family with another person. That may have been a deal breaker that caused you to make your decision here. Who knows? Or it could have just been something more simple to where, you know, you finally made the decision because you understood it's something you needed to step forward and do for yourself. Okay? Yeah, some of you, you're just choosing yourself here. Okay? Some of you have healed some childhood traumas. Some of you have healed on that, or you're working on that. Some childhood traumas, okay, Taurus? But you're leaving this behind. Whoever this person is, some of you may have grown children already, so the kids can't hold you back no more. Some of you, you know, you done gotten to retirement age, and you're not holding back anymore. You decide you're gonna live your life. 3 of Wands. Okay, no more sacrificing. No more holding back, right? No more living for someone else, right? Especially if they don't appreciate you, right? Yeah. So you could be dealing with somebody who could actually have a lot of fire in their chart. Taurus, you could have a lot of fire in your chart as well. Okay. This situation is no longer burdensome to you. Okay. And some of you broke the cards, and when I split the cards, the Ace of Swords is showing up. So some of you may have found out, yeah, a truth. Okay. Okay, somebody found out a truth here that really helped you to make your decision. Okay, Taurus energy, Taurus energy. A lot of resilience, a lot of pressing forward. A lot of you have dealt with a lot of heartache, pain, betrayal, and you've stayed in situations and constantly tried to build on that foundation until you realize you could not do that anymore. It was not going anywhere. It was not developing properly. Okay? You may have been dealing with somebody, like I said, who's a liar, a manipulator, a cheater, made a child or something or on you with somebody else. Somebody's dealt with a lover that has a whole nother family besides the family that you know of, besides you guys. There's been a whole nother family made. Or, yeah, somebody is dealing with that energy. There's been a whole nother family made outside of what you've been knowing in this connection, in this marriage. Somebody's actually dealing with a marriage, and you're setting yourself free of that. Yeah, you're setting yourself free of that. Yeah. Somebody could be becoming a boss. I said that, like, if y'all starting a business, it's like some of y'all leaving a job to where y'all done started a business, or you done started receiving, finances is flowing from a business or a side hustle, and it's like y'all becoming your own boss. Somebody here is becoming their own boss. Okay. Not wanting to work for folks anymore. Hey, congratulations. Okay. Some of y'all walked away from a marriage or some commitment, and you may have gotten more finances from that situation than you expected. Okay. You're unstoppable, Taurus. Remember that. You are unstoppable. I can handle anything life throws at me. That's your affirmation. I can handle anything life throws at me. Okay? Because whoever dealt with this situation, it took you a long time to decide to come out of this situation. Okay? And the Eight of Cups don't have to come out. It's very detailed in self, explanatory that whoever was in this situation, you definitely is gone away from this. There's 10 cups, 19 cups here. 10 and 9, that's 19. All right? And out of 19 cups, there's no cups that says, here's a real true offer. Okay? Or this is what I want with you. According to these energies, not enough love here. Love is gone. This is something that's been going on for a very long time. And someone is finally deciding to set themselves free of it. And I guess you're becoming your own boss in more than one way, because the Emperor does express boss energy. Very, very much authoritative, right? Energy. But the Lovers can go two ways. You choosing yourself, which I feel like that's what you're doing. Eventually, you're going to end up single here. Coming out of this, like I said, somebody could be coming from a divorce. Take it that resonates. Some of you are leaving a job. Your side hustle has picked up. The money is growing. That's where that Nine of Pentacles energy is coming in at, because you're working very hard. I feel you've been working hard to get where you are or get to where you're going, right? And whatever your craft is, you've been working on that as well. Yeah, this is something you totally put an ending to. I feel like this Ten of Swords represents an ending in the position that it's sitting in. It represents an ending, okay? The betrayal and stuff, all that has already been done. The damage has been done, but you've already healed from a lot of things as well. Some of you could be very well going through this healing right now as we speak, okay? Take it how it resonates for you. Taurus, I'm going to leave it here. You're headed to a very solid place or foundation for yourself. Whatever you're going into is very promising. It's solid. Some of you, it's legacy. Okay? But I guess you're done with the tradition. Somebody's done with tradition. Somebody's done with tradition, done with religion, whatever it is. You're not allowing it to hold you back anymore. You're going into this Nine of Pentacles energy. Very self-sufficient, independent, and that's something that someone is envious about. So be careful of people around you, folks smiling in your face, whatever, whether it's co-workers, family, friends, associates, friends, whatever it is that you consider, whatever connection you may have with people. Be mindful of people around you. Be mindful of how you share your information with people. Whatever your ideas are, keep it to yourself. Only allow yourself to share that with the Most High Mother and Father. In your Empress energy, you are very connected with the spiritual realm as well. So there's awakenings that you will experience. There's a lot of spiritual growth that you're going to experience, a lot of synchronicities that you're going to experience. And I'm picking up on the number 3s, the number 5s, and the number 10s. Okay? Because there's a lot of endings that has happened here in your life at this moment. There's things you've put a stop to. There's things you have stopped doing. And allowing yourself to see what's real, see the truth, and act upon it. Because that's what this is. This is action-oriented, Taurus, where you actually took the initiative in this High Priestess energy and just completely decided to move away from this. Someone is envious. I don't know. I'm just picking up the fact that someone is envious of your decision, of your come up, or your glow up with this Empress energy, male or female. You are taking care of yourself. You're loving yourself at this point, which you should be. And someone is very envious of that. You not wanting to work in a workplace, people could be envious of that. You may turn down a position, or maybe you turn down a position. Maybe they didn't offer you enough money, and you know how much you're worth. And maybe you have a certificate or a license or some kind of certification, and they're not wanting to pay you correctly. You're not putting up with that anymore. You're leaving it behind. They may be envious of that, not wanting to give you what's due to you once you walk out the door. Okay, it's so much can go on with this here. Okay, so take it how it resonates for you, Taurus. Again, I'm going to leave it here, okay? But I hope it did resonate for you guys, and I hope that it is actually helpful and brought clarity in some kind of way for you as well. But I feel like this is one hell of a decision to have made, but it was something that needed to be done, okay, Taurus, something that needed to be left behind. So you can live your life. It's time to live, right? You don't live to work. You work to live, right? Until next time, Taurus. Take care.